Starting off with the original Super Mario Bros. Game back in 1985, we have the Star. Now the Star is a power-up that temporarily makes you invincible, and while you could kill every single enemy in front of you and also run extremely fast. And while mattering on which game you play with the Star in it, it actually changes how long you're invincible. As while mattering which game you play, sometimes it could be slightly longer or slightly lower of a time that you have the Star. Next up we have Super Mario Land in 1989, it also has the Star in it. Now one thing that's different about the Star in the normal Super Mario Bros. Game is that this one actually lasts for an extremely long amount of time. As well, unlike other Mario games that only last for around 10 or 15 seconds, this one actually lasts for around 30 seconds. So yeah, for some reason in the game, it makes it so that the Star lasts for a really long time, so basically once you get it, you could skip extremely large parts of the level without having to worry about being killed. Next up we have Super Mario 64 in 1996. And well, the first invincible power-up is the Metal Mario. And well, when you're Metal Mario, you can't be hit by any enemies, and when you run into them, they instantly die. You can also walk underwater and will not have to worry about drowning, so yeah, it's overall a really useful power-up, especially for getting stars that are underwater that you wouldn't normally be able to get without the metal cap. And well, the metal cap actually lasts for a pretty long amount of time, so you have plenty of time to do everything that you need with it. And you also have the invisibility cap. And well, this one makes you invisible so you could walk through certain things and also walk through enemies. So yeah, it makes it so that you turn invincible for once again around the same amount of time as the metal cap. And well, this one's also pretty useful as it makes it so you could get stars that you normally wouldn't be able to get without it. Next up is Super Mario 64 DS in 2006. Now this one has the Mega Mushroom that makes you temporarily huge and makes it so that you could run through basically everything without getting hit. And well, this one's actually slightly more useful than the 2D variant of the Mega Mushroom, as well you could get a lot further with this one because you could jump up things much easier because you're larger. And well, the Mega Mushroom lasts for a very short amount of time though, so you don't have really that long to be able to do things with it. Next up is New Super Mario Bros. DS in 2006. Now this one has the normal star just like the original game, it lasts for around the same amount of time. But also has a Mega Mushroom, which isn't as useful as in the 3D games, but it still is overall really good. As you could run through basically every single block and also kill every single enemy instantly just from walking on it. And the only really downside to this one is that you could destroy a pipe or a question block that you need to be able to get through secret parts of a level. But besides that one bad thing, it makes you temporarily invincible for a short amount of time. Next up is Super Mario Galaxy in 2007. And in this game you have the Rainbow Star, which is basically the exact same as the normal star, except it makes it a slightly different texture and also lasts for a longer time. So yeah, with this power you could run extremely fast, except it's barely used in Super Mario Galaxy and is only used in a few galaxies. So yeah, even though it's not utilized that much in the game, it's still overall a very useful power up. Next up is Super Mario 3D Land. Now this one has the star, which is actually a lot more useful than the 2D games, as well you could run around a lot more and get places a lot faster. As well, since you run faster with the star, you could actually jump up to other things that you normally wouldn't be able to get to just by normally jumping. So yeah, it's overall a really good power up. And we also have the Invincibility Leaf. And the Invincibility Leaf makes you invincible for the entire level, so yeah, you could run into enemies and also jump really fast with this one. And it was basically just a normal Tanuki Leaf, except that you literally can't die. And well, this probably has to be one of the most overpowered power-ups in any Mario game. And we also have the P-Wing, and this one makes you invincible just because it teleports you to the end of the level. So yeah, if you use this power-up, you literally can't die because it just teleports you automatically to the end of the level. So yeah, you would kind of have to purposely die if you use this power-up as well, but it literally teleports you to the flag. And next up we have New Super Mario Bros. 2. Now this one has a normal star which lasts for around the same amount of time as the New Super Mario Bros. DS version. And well, this one also has the Invincibility Leaf, and well, this one's actually slightly more useful. As well, unlike Super Mario 3D Land, you could actually fly infinitely with the Invincibility Leaf. So yeah, if you spam the button fast enough, you'll basically be able to infinitely fly with the Invincibility Leaf in this game, which is overall very overpowered. As well, not only can you not die, but you can also skip basically every single level without having to do anything. And we also have the Mega Mushroom in this game, which lasts for the same amount of time as New Super Mario Bros. DS does. And once again, you could accidentally destroy a pipe just like in the original game that could lead to a secret star coin. Next up is New Super Mario Bros. Wii U. Now this one has the normal star, which actually lasts for around a second more than New Super Mario Bros. DS's does. And well, you also have the P-Wing, and well, this one's actually really useful as you could infinitely fly with it. So yeah, all you have to do in these levels is just spam with it, and well, you could just infinitely fly in a level. So yeah, it's overall extremely useful. And well, you would probably have to purposely die with this power-up as well. All you have to do is fly in the air, so yeah, you don't really need to touch the ground and get near any enemies. So yeah, it's basically an instant win for any level. Next up is Super Mario Run. Now this is probably the most forgettable game, but it does have a power that makes you invincible, being the star. And well, the star in this game is actually really useless as well. Not only does it last for a pretty short amount of time, it also doesn't make you run any faster. So yeah, you run basically at the exact same speed, and all it does is make you kill enemies. And well, you can't actually turn direction with this one, and well, most of the time in this game you actually have to jump on enemies to get places, so killing them doesn't really make it that useful. So yeah, honestly, the star in this game doesn't really have much of use and is pretty useless in my opinion. Next up is Bowser's Fury. Now this one introduces a whole new invincible power, being the Invincibility Bell. And well, this power up is the exact same as the normal Katsu, except well, you're just invincible. And well, this power up is very similar to the Invincibility Leaf, but instead of turning you into an invincible Tanuki suit, it turns you into an invincible cat suit. So yeah, it's overall pretty useful. But just like the Invincibility Leaf, it's barely used at all in the game, but yeah, it's overall a really good power up. Now next up we have Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Now starting off we have the lava bubble, which makes it so that you could just run through lava and not die. And well, in this section of the level, there's no other enemies that could kill you, so yeah, in this one, you're basically invincible as you could float through lava. Next up is Block Mario. Now this one turns you into a huge block, which makes it so you could crush other blocks and also kill enemies instantly. And well, while you're in this power up for a very temporarily amount of time, there's no enemies that could actually kill you or anything, and well, you could basically crush everything. So yeah, once again, you're invincible and can't take any damage when you have this power up.
Fit right in around here.
And well, that's been all the invincible power-ups in Mario games. Comment down below which invincible power-up is your favorite, and yeah, have a great day.